Hey guys, welcome back to the Vida and Vibes podcast. I'm Monica.
And I'm Stephanie. And sorry we skipped last week. It wasn't our intention, but since we're busy entrepreneurs, our schedules didn't align, so we had to wait until today. Yeah,
but it's okay.
Yeah, it's okay. And we're not going to make y'all wait until Friday to drop it. And also, another oopsie mishap that happened in regards to posting on YouTube. We didn't even do that on the last video. Just some technical difficulties.
Yeah, we tried to make the DJIs work for. No, it just didn't work.
We should have just stuck to what we knew. Anyways, it was just a whole thing. But now we're back and we are ready to rock and roll. But speaking of DJ Osmo, you want to show them?
Look what I got, guys!
Yay! Momo finally pulled the plug, and she got a DJI Osmo Pocket 3.
Yeah. I wanted it so bad, and I would borrow my friend's little Pocket Osmo all the time. And I said, you know what? I'm just going to pull the trigger. I haven't sold the drone yet. So if you want a drone, I still have one for you. But I was able to get this Pocket Osmo for free. Guess how?
How? I'm annoyed already. I haven't heard the story, by the way.
I got this for free. This was $800 and something, including the 2-year insurance. I got it from Best Buy. So
you can see my face. I'm not having it.
So I have a credit card.
Yeah, then I got it free too, girl.
No, listen. I have a credit card. It's a travel credit card. It's the Chase Sapphire. And I had over 100,000 points. And that via PayPal, that equated to $800 and something. So technically,
it was meant to be.
Technically, I got this off of my travel points.
Dude, that's so cool.
Isn't that crazy?
Crazy awesome.
It's crazy awesome. So maybe after this, I'm going to post a link tree on my bio. If you want 60,000 points off the bat, así en un chingazo, you just sign up through my link.
Oh.
And I use it, low-key, I use it for everything.
Yeah.
So you get double or triple points for food. You get double, triple points for travels, like flights, when you're out of the country. I use it for groceries and large bills.
I have the Southwest, the Chase Southwest.
Oh.
So I have flight points
yes.
up the wazoo. And actually it was just my credit card anniversary and they gave me 3,000 points. So if you want a Southwest card, you can get a bunch of points and I'll send you a link too. And then we all win.
Literally, yeah. We all win. I think it is so cool. So I had one of my travel girlfriends, Traveling Rosas. She had posted it. And she was kind of doing a video of comparison between the different Chase cards, which one you should get, which one's good for you. Mm-hmm. This one, good annual fee. It's not crazy. I liked it. I have it. And I am
clearly she uses her credit card a lot because she built up
of a free freaking.
Dude, that's freaking awesome! Welcome to the club.
Thank you.
Yeah. Actually, Jesse sent me a text message yesterday, and he was like, "Costco has the Osmo on sale right now." Which when I bought mine, they were like, there was no, and I got mine at Best Buy too. Yeah. Same thing. But when I got mine, I did check Sam's and Costco first because everything on TikTok was saying that there was a sale. Yeah. And it was sold out, didn't see it, or the sale wasn't happening anymore. And I think it was like depending on where you lived. So I was like, whatever, went to Best Buy, bought it. He sent me a text yesterday and it was on sale. It was basically the bundle. So everything but minus the mic.
It was not the bundle.
No, but you got like literally the extra charger that you literally got everything but because the regular one you don't.
Yeah,
you don't get you just
creator combo.
Yeah. So it was the bundle. So this one was the bundle. And it was like $520, which is worth it because the only thing it was missing was the mic.
And the mic is $100.
Yeah. So, anyways,
well, whatever.
We already got them.
I needed it by like today, so that's why.
Are you using it today?
Well, I bought it on Sunday so I can pick it up on Sunday. Yeah, I bought it on Sunday to pick it up on Sunday because I needed to use it for Monday.
What did you do on Monday?
I have 2 esthetician friends that are sisters.
Okay, so
I was
for
doing their
content.
videos.
Yeah,
yes.
I've been doing Joyce's content. I used it, and it looks. I showed actually Jesse when we all went out to eat, and he was like, "Oh my god, it looks so clear," because I was recording with hers on there too. But yeah. Well, speaking of estheticians, we could talk about Botox. Yay or nay. I've been considering getting it.
Yeah.
I now have a client, like a social media client, that I manage her social media, and she's an esthetician, so she does all that stuff. And I was like, listen, I'm starting to see a few wrinkles. I never thought I would be someone who would even consider Botox. And nothing against anyone who gets it, but now I'm kind of like, a little bit, just here. And so she's obviously down to do it. And I want to get her to do it. So I think I'm going to see her like maybe in a week or two. And I'm just going to be like, let's do it, girl. Yeah. I don't know much about it, but I want to get rid of the wrinkles.
Yeah, so for sure. So I think this is my I think I'm a year and a half into my Botox journey.
I did not know that she had it. I did not know until she literally recently told me. And I was like, what?
That's funny because
that's a good thing, no? Like
no, yeah, for sure. But I always recommend everything I do that I like, I recommend it to people. So I'm surprised you haven't heard me talk about it.
Well, I don't know if we ever talked about Botox. Have we?
I mean, have you heard about me talking about my laser hair removal?
Yeah, because I've had laser too. And so, like, I think we've gotten on the subject. I don't think I've ever brought up Botox or whatever, or else I'm sure you would have been like, I had it. So when I brought up Botox to her last week, thinking about getting it, she's like, well, I get it. And I was like, what are you talking about? Like, I mean, she's got a wrinkleless forehead. It looks great.
So genetically, my mom and grandma, they don't really get, like, blemishes, like crazy blemishes. Mm-hmm. So I've never really had, like, crazy pimples unless it's, like, I'm using a dirty makeup brush. There, right? Yeah, so you'll get, a tiny bit, whatever. So my mom also, didn't start getting wrinkles until she was a lot older. But I started seeing some creases on my forehead. And I was talking to my esthetician friend. She's like, do it. We all do it. I'm like, well, what do you mean? Because it's scary. Like, just to think about, needles going on your face. And then people confuse Botox with fillers. Right. Because, we see the duck lips, we see the cheeks,
the chin, the jaw.
And some people like looking a little extra. I obviously am not going for that. I just don't want my creases to form. So there are preventative treatments that help you prior to that. So literally I get a few right here around my forehead. Mm-hmm. It freezes up. It feels weird the first 2 days, and then it's normal. You just don't look crazy, doing expressions. And I did get like a little lip flip once.
How was that? Because I feel like I have a nice like bottom lip, but I would love a fuller top lip. But then I'm like, I don't know if I want to get filler, so lip filler. I would want to get like the lip flip, but then I know you can't like drink out of a straw. Like
exactly,
like, you know. I don't know, like, but will that like lift me enough? Because right now, like, I overline my lips, my top lip, which is fine at the end of the day. Who cares? But now I'm like,
maybe. See, and I've always thought the same thing. Like, what about a little extra pout? But also, there's not enough research, and there are a lot of videos of people saying that like their fillers are migrating. The
migrating, that's my worry. That's why I don't want to get it, because like the migration, some people say it doesn't necessarily disappear. It's just migrating on your face. I'm no doctor. I don't know crap about whether that's true or not, and I'm not here to fight you on it. I have no clue. But that scares me. Or it's like, so and that's why there's people that look certain ways where it's like they used to just get puffy. And it's like, oh, because it's migrating. It's not. And I don't know. Again,
so I'm just
not a doctor.
All I know is
the Botox is the lip flip, right?
Yeah, so the Botox lasts you like 2 to 3 months, and you get your retouches as often as you want. Obviously, there are risks, like.
Everything.
Yeah, there are people that have said, if you hit the wrong nerve or, XYZ. I, so far, I trust my lady. Yeah. Which is Karen from Vida and Belleza by Karen. And so she's been doing my forehead. I did try the lip flip. Literally, it's just the little piquitos.
Sorry.
Your lips go up a little bit.
That's not what.
It did feel weird. I'm not gonna lie.
Because you can't move.
When I was trying to drink out of a straw, my water just came out. I'm like, oh, okay, maybe I don't need a lip flip.
They make the straws, like it's not for lip flips, but they say
so you don't get like smile lines.
Yeah, the smile lines. But apparently that works well with lip flips too, because they're like, instead of straws like being up and down and you're like going like that, it's curved. So the hole's like right here, and you just rest your lip on it.
That's kind of cute.
And then you sip like that, and that's how you're able to like.
Okay. I mean, overall, there's all these tips and tricks. Like, you're not supposed to smile too much. You're not supposed to frown too much. It's life.
Yeah.
You know, we get older, we start looking differently. You want to keep up with yourself. I think it's a good investment. You know, get your little facials going, remove your dead skin, get your little Botox. If you want to look cute for longer, then do it.
Why not? Well, I'll let you know how it goes. I'm sure, like, when I get it, I'll put it on the podcast and talk about it. But I would say in a couple of weeks, I'm going to get it.
Yeah, I think it's crazy. Like, people are either so scared of it or they're so ashamed of it. Why? It's an investment.
Girl, like I said, I didn't even know that you had it or that you've been getting it done. It's, I mean, that's like a perfect example of somebody who doesn't overdo it. And you're not getting stuff all over your face or whatever. Like, I just want it up top. So that's what I'm going to do. So I know in our last podcast we talked about the Grammys a little bit and who I thought should have actually won Album of the Year and who I don't think deserved it. And then you sent me an article this morning
about Chris Stapleton
filing a complaint basically against the Album of the Year. And that, what does it say on there?
They say Chris Stapleton has filed an official objection to Beyonce's Grammy win. Country music has a rich history and a distinct sound that deserves to be recognized and celebrated. We need to ensure that the award reflects the true essence of the genre and honor those who have dedicated their lives to it.
Amen. But yeah, and that kind of goes to show like it's not, and it says like that she said that it's not a country album.
She said it herself, yeah. Where was it? Oh, right. On the caption it says, even she admits this is not a country album.
I don't think it is. I think there are country
songs,
twangs that, you know, she's got the country twang on some of it, but not on all the songs.
No.
And that's why there was like a whole TikTok of people saying like, you know, obviously all country memes, people saying like about to jam the new best country album of the year or whatever, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, and then it's like one of her, go on, bounce on the shit, you know, like or whatever. And it's not, because that's not a country song. Let's be effing for real.
It's not a country album,
song. It's not a country album. Again, I think there are some great songs on there, but Billy should have won. Shoot, Chris should have won. Chris would have won country album of the year. But as far as album of the year, I still think it should have been Billy, whatever. Good for him for
stepping up,
you know, fighting for his rights. But again, I don't hate Beyonce. Don't come after me, Beehive.
No,
I can't. I have nothing against her personally. But yeah. So, anyways, just want to touch on that a little bit.
Just an FYI, if you haven't seen that post yet.
Yeah. Wait, I just can't. What?
Other crazy things that we've been seeing on the internet. Did you see that plane that flipped?
No.
The Delta plane?
No. You did post like people getting out of the plane, right?
Yeah.
Is that what that was? Okay, I didn't look into it. Sometimes I like purposely don't click on disastrous things because
freaks you out.
I just, not just so much like I think that the empathy of like I start to like I'll go cry or you know like I just feel like that gut wrenching feeling. So I'm like I don't want to know, you know. So I just don't. But so what was that? Because I didn't look into it.
Well, I mean, I haven't looked into it. I had just seen that article that was saying that this flight was coming, I think, from Minnesota, and that landed in Toronto, and that as they were landing, it flipped. How? I have no idea. I haven't looked into that yet, but I did see the video where someone was either recording with their meta glasses or with their phone getting out of the plane and then pointing at the plane that
I didn't even watch the video.
Over.
Yeah, there's been a lot of plane stuff lately, right?
Exactly. That's
I don't want to call
it
like a coincidence. I don't want to call it because they say that like flights and like planes are obviously more safer. Like you're more likely to get into a car accident than you are in a plane crash. But there seems a lot of
recently,
like, and a lot of more private planes, I think, than anything, and those are sketched too. So I'm sure like doesn't, you know. The private flights versus like a whole airplane, like, you know, the big old flights are completely different. But yeah, that's kind of freaky, right?
It's so scary.
Doesn't make me scared enough to not get on a flight, but
I mean,
I think it's just happening a lot.
Yeah, you have to go because you have to
go. Catch flights.
It is freaking me out because I remember being younger, like being on my first flight ever in Mexico City. It was one of those airplanes where it was like just 3 rows. So you could feel all the turbulence. I remember my very first flight just being scared. I did cry. And then some random older gentleman held my hand. He's like, "It's okay, mija, no te preocupes, no va a pasar nada." So from there on, like, I fall asleep on flights.
Oh, purposely?
Like, no, I try to knock out? No, I fall asleep. My body
is so relaxed.
It's so relaxed. It's like, oh, it's just another flight, no pasa nada. As soon as I set foot in a plane and I sit down,
I always put a movie, like I download movies and stuff and I just watch it. I don't think I've gone on a flight that's more than 3 hours lately. So it's like I put on a movie, 2 movies or like episodes, and then I just watch that until it's time.
My longest flight ever was the one to Iceland.
How long was that one?
Long as hell. That's all I know.
Mine was to China. I went to Shanghai. I don't remember how long it was, but it was in the teens, like the higher teens of like the flight thing. Yeah. And I remember on the way there was like nobody on the plane. Oh. So we had like rows to ourselves that you could just like stretch out and sleep. Yeah. On the way back, I caught a cold and it was a full flight. I mean like elbow to elbow full flight. And it wasn't like, it's a big flight. So it's like you have a whole middle row of like 10 seats or something, you know what I mean? Kind of thing. It was the worst thing ever. But yeah. Other than that, I try to just get on flights that are like 3 hours tops.
For sure,
you know?
for sure. I mean, and I think also because it was my first ever long flight and I don't like long flights, I popped an edible. I fell asleep. I said, wake me up whenever the food gets here. I'd wake up, I'd eat, I'd go back to sleep. Yeah. Like, that's the only way I could do it. Because imagine sitting down for like 7 hours.
I know someone who's so scared of flights but gets on flights and he literally gets drunk before he gets on the plane.
But they're not letting people do that anymore. If you're too intoxicated, you can't fly. If you are bringing your own alcohol, you can't fly. They'll cut you off if you're getting too lit. Like,
well, I mean,
have you been seeing the videos going on?
But are they like lit, like partying,
no,
like they're excited lit, or they're like just chill, but they're just like out of there,
creating commotion, trying to fight the pilot?
No, my friend is like he just wants to relax, so he gets drunk. So that he could just sit there and do, like, he just wants, so he's not, like, loud about it or anything like that. Okay. No. But I haven't seen those.
No, there's way too many videos going on right now. Like, I don't know if people want attention or if people are, have mental health issues. But it's already, there's way too many people on the no flights list. Like, you're stuck. Imagine being on a no flight list. You can't go anywhere. You have to drive.
You have to drive. You can't go out the country anymore unless you want to take a boat. I don't know how that works.
Yeah, me neither. Sucks to suck.
Something exciting that I did last week, which probably part of the problem of why we couldn't get together, was I decided to take sterling silver, like silversmithing classes. And I've been wanting to do it forever. And I've been doing leather and, just the vibes of like the Western jewelry.
I've always wanted to show me the one that you just did.
So I did this one here. And I did 2 of them. So I did a set of stacked rings, which I'm wearing them on like multiple fingers here. I don't know if it'll do that. Power Rangers. But then, so on Tuesday, I took a class. I found this lady, super cool, out in Katy. And I went to her house at her home studio, and she taught me how to do the soldering and everything of like sterling silver. It's not fake stuff. And then I was able to go that Thursday again and do the bezel ring of how to like do the stones and stuff like that. And so I have everything in my Amazon cart ready to buy, like in a sense of like, so I can start doing it. She was so cool.
¿Cómo se llama?
Her name is Jen Herron. Hopefully I'm saying that correctly, but super nice. She's been doing it for years. She used to teach at a studio and then it closed, like a ladies studio, and then it closed down. So she started doing it out of her house. And yes, I mean, any questions that you have, she's like, just email me if you don't know what to buy, blah, blah, blah. But yeah, I've always wanted to get into it. And I feel like I've seen like intro videos and stuff like on YouTube and TikTok and stuff. But it's not really explaining, like I wasn't understanding it. And I was like, this seems too complicated and too costly to be trying to waste money trying to figure it out. So I decided I'm going to go take a few classes
from a professional.
Yeah, who can like show me and I can do it. And the thing is like, I made this ring completely and she makes her ring at the same time. So I literally did this one all by myself. So now I'm excited to do that. I'm finishing up my leather badge holders.
Is my leather badge holder
yours
ready?
Is last only because yours is free. So I'm finishing everybody else's first that are paying customers. Because you know what? Yours would have been done, but then you wanted the one that goes on your belt, or the option to go on your belt. Yeah. So therefore, the one I had started for you wasn't made for that. Okay. So I have to start a whole new one for you.
As long as I get it before Cookoff.
Yeah. You'll get it next week. I'm finishing everybody's this week, and they're pretty much almost done. Like, I just dyed them yesterday, so I have to wait for them to dry to put coating on them, and then I get to antique them, which makes them, all the little grooves. Yeah, pretty much is like a patina version of sterling silver. Nice. And then then they're done, and then I can work on yours. So don't worry, you'll get yours before Cookoff. But yeah, I'm very excited.
So are you going to do like your own brand of craft jewelry?
Yeah, that's the plan.
What's your name?
I don't know yet. I haven't figured that out.
Turquoise Steph.
I don't know. I maybe like silver Go
Silver
with silver
stuff?
hair because it's
That's
silver,
cute.
sterling silver. I was looking at everybody's usernames, not
Yeah.
usernames, company names, like on
To
stuff.
get an idea.
And everyone uses the word silver a lot in their stuff. But I'm like, oh, I can kind of go off of that. I had started a little like wood engraving thing. I had that wood engraving machine. It engraves wood, engraves like metal and stuff like
A
that.
laser engraver?
Like a laser, yeah. But it's like a CO2 or a diode. I don't know the difference, but either way, it's a weak laser that doesn't do like all colored acrylics. It's a whole thing. So,
Yeah.
but it does wood really well. And I had started engraving wood things, and I had named it silver saguaro, which is the saguaros, that cactus, those really big ones at the Saguaro National Parks. So I named it that, and then I kind of haven't done anything with it since. So I may just keep that because I already have it established and everything like that. I already have the website. I think I already have like everything. So I think I may just transfer it into
That is so
like
cute. You're
Western.
so crafty.
It's honestly costs a lot of money to be like
Crafty.
to be crafty and doing
You should see her craft room.
Dude, it's a whole mess. Honestly, it's a whole mess, and I can't seem to keep it clean. But I was organized in between doing my leather and letting stuff dry. I was organizing, so I'm like, because I need to get all my stuff ready for all my silversmithing stuff. So I'm excited
This
for it.
is gonna be my leather station.
But like
silver
this,
station.
legit, it's like I'm in a legit sterling silver ring with a piece of turquoise. I don't know what kind is in there, but so now I like now
so cool.
I could do whatever kind of designs I want. This is just like the starting point, and then you can just build from what you learn. But anyway, shout out to her. She was so sweet, so nice. And you know, I picked somebody too that we would make pieces that I actually wore.
Yeah, okay.
Because I saw some I could have learned from other places that were maybe closer or
But
something
it's
like
not
that.
relatable.
And I was like, I would never wear that in a million years. No offense to that, but it wasn't necessarily Western jewelry. It was just like, I don't know, just some kind of ugly looking pendants or something
New York
like that.
fashion-ish.
Just too crafty looking, if that makes sense. Like I don't know. Either way, it wasn't
Fail.
my style.
Ex-
So,
yeah.
but I'm excited for that. So, you know,
I like it.
Keep a
Yeah.
lookout. I'll be posting
For sure.
like my sterling silver jewelry, and you know, it's real, so it doesn't lose value. And that's what I like about sterling silver jewelry too. And like all the real pieces that I get is like that. It doesn't.
They're little investment
I don't want to say it's like gold, but they're little investments that like you resell.
Que te van a durar.
Yeah. And you know, it's not going to turn your finger green, and if you ever wanted to sell it or resell it, you could sell. Like James Avery, they use the same sterling silver. And a lot of this is James Avery too that I'm wearing. This one is
My Pandora ring.
Yeah, they if you're ever part of like the groups on Facebook.
They resell at
the charm stuff, same price, if
like
not more
$2
expensive.
less,
Yeah,
which is ridiculous.
they
And if they retire,
dude,
they're
in
more
the hundreds.
expensive.
Yeah, like I seen an HEB little cart charm, $265, and you got it for like probably let's just say $65 instead of the normal $50 a charm. They don't lose their value. I've seen those Texas shaped rings. They sell them at the same price. You might as well just go get a new one. Honestly,
people
I don't get it, but
steal
still.
James Avery bracelets to resell them. So if you have a little baby girl in elementary school,
Don't send them. It's a little gnat, right?
Yeah.
I think I had it. Yeah.
And she goes home without her bracelet, you already know it's already on Facebook Market.
Heck yeah. Speaking of like, we didn't even talk about where we're at, by the way. So
Why there's gnats in our faces.
yeah, it's with good reason. We are surrounded by plants. You could see a plant kind of in my background. You could see a plant in her background. If you go we're at the Post right now, and it's the Eden coffee shop, and they used to have one over there at Neighbors, and now this is just their only location. Plants everywhere, gorgeous. I'm looking around, and there's like, I don't know what those are called. There's cacti everywhere. There's little plants. It's beautiful.
Yeah. For the people that have said that they've never been to Post Houston, it's the food hall we were talking about.
Yeah.
It is divided like in 3 sections, where it has the staircase as a cross. In the middle, it's the food court, and then on this side, it's like shared offices.
Yeah.
Share space. Downstairs, there's coffee shop.
You can't miss it. There's like plants. If you see this, imagine like a million times more. Like you can't
over
miss
there, there's chairs, tables, the coffee place. Then if you keep going, it's the 713 Music Hall.
Yeah. So it's on the 713 side. And right now we can see there's a couple art cars that are cool that y'all can't see, but they look really neat. But yeah, so we should have gotten coffee, but then I didn't think about it.
Yeah.
Anyways,
Oops,
we were just
we'll get it
trying to
later.
make sure we didn't mess this podcast up.
Well, anyways,
But,
speaking of classes, I love how you took a class with a professional and you felt like you gained a lot of value. I decided I am officially going to do classes for photography.
yes.
But this is going to be like basic 101. Basic how to use my camera 101. And I'm planning it mid-April.
I would like to attend.
You don't need to, but okay, yes.
Okay.
So it's gonna go off of levels. We're gonna start off with how to use your camera. So I'm gonna be teaching you how to use your specific camera, your settings, because in overall, most cameras have the same settings. You have to use the aperture, the shutter
ISO,
speed,
all that stuff,
the ISO. So it's like I'm gonna be teaching you that, and I'm also gonna have 2 or 3 cameras that I don't use anymore. And I'm gonna be teaching you because not everyone has a camera.
Right. But if you're thinking about like getting one or they don't know, it's an investment, and it's best to like invest in, like, you don't have to get the ones that we're using, but like, I mean, my first camera was a Sony A6100, and that was, I mean, I didn't want to start super cheap.
Yeah.
So mine alone with all the stuff that it came with was probably like $900.
Yeah.
So that's still a lot of money.
Still pricey.
And you don't need that, but I wanted to, like, I'm one of those go all in or go home type things. And then
so I have people reaching out
crap about it. I had to, like, I mean, I Google a lot, and you can learn a lot on TikTok and stuff like that.
For sure.
But it would be easier.
It's
not. So I'm glad that you're doing that. Are you doing it in a class setting or one-on-ones or one-on-twos or something?
It's going to be a class setting. I'm thinking it's at least going to be like 6 of us. So it can be some people with cameras, some people without. You borrow the one that I have.
Yeah.
And then we're just going through settings.
Yeah.
And we're shooting each other. I'm teaching you.
Let me shoot your social media content for that. Like, I'll go to the class, and that way I'll like shoot it.
So cute. So that'll be the first class. And then I would want to move into like a studio setting, like how to do studio portraits, you know, how to talk to your clients, how to show them examples, how to use your flashes, how to pose people. And then the next class would be outdoors, you know, your light source, how to pose people, where to go. So I think it's just going to be a continuation of what we're doing. Yeah. And then the next level would be if you're interested in event photography, something that I am very much expertise in. I would have people shadowing me, people freelancing for me, lighting assistants, so you're able to see what it is that I'm doing at an event.
Yeah. And as somebody who has done that a few times with you, it actually is really worth it. I've learned a lot even just watching you. I've moved the light I've been your light person before.
My second shooter.
You know, your second shooter before. And yeah, and I remember one time at that one beautiful wedding that we did. It was like the Nigerian wedding, right? And you were like, Steph, come here, watch this. And I didn't know what you were going to show me. I don't know if you remember what I'm talking about right now. And we went over to the cake, and you put your lights, I guess, your flashes on either side of the cake, and then you took a picture and you showed it to me. And you're like, this is called, I don't even remember what you said it was called. You didn't even have to edit the picture, to be very honest. I mean, maybe you did, maybe you didn't, but like, it was beautiful just in that shot what the flashes did behind, like the way it illuminated
the cake itself. Yeah.
Oh my gosh. So I was like, those are tricks that are like, I would have never, I don't know to do that. You know, I know I could take probably a nice picture of a cake, but you made it look completely different. And I've seen you do that with your like quinceañeras too. Like I've been with you to like just.
The quince shoots.
Yeah, the quince shoots. And same thing, you take these 2 flashes and you do something with them and put them behind them and all. And the pictures they come out almost so perfect. Nice, and it's like you don't have to do as much.
And it's things that like the average person doesn't think about because you've never seen it, so you don't know how it works. But I've taken thousands of dollars worth of classes where these amazing international photographers sit down and do the same thing. Like these classes are like weeks long, hours long. You're taking notes. Sometimes you forget what you're doing and saying. You put these things into practice. They finally turn out perfect. And it's like, okay, how can I do all of these beautiful things, but teach it in a smaller scale?
Yeah.
Let's start off with camera 101.
101. Yeah. No, my gosh. I'm so excited for you.
Thank you.
It's awesome that you said that because I actually got reached out to yesterday wanting me to teach social media classes, and I've actually never taught a class. So I don't even have a class put together. Do I know it up here? Yeah. So I'm actually going to be like, heck yeah, I'm down. They wanted me to do it this week. I'm not prepared.
Give me a second.
So give me like another week or 2, and then we can start doing it. But it was something maybe reoccurring that I can do for them.
And I think it would be so good, like if you and I just practice in front of each other.
I know,
like,
we should.
Let me teach you. Let me go over my curriculum. Make sure it makes sense.
Yeah, make sure it lasts the hour long that you need to do, or however long your class is going to be, or something like that.
Yeah, because I feel like my classes could drag on. Because I do want to tell people, you know, about my history, how I started, why I started, what what my field is, what my field will never be. Because it's like these are things that people need to know. Like, because what if you're wanting to do food photography and
you're like, that
I'm
ain't me.
Person photographer.
And I remember you said too, you're not a newborn photographer either. And it's like, if you want to get into that, I'm not the person, you're not the person to like do it. I'm not the person
to teach you, for sure.
Oh my gosh, I'm so excited for you. We will talk more on that.
New ventures.
Camera, because, we could probably talk for hours about that. But yeah, so Jesse's been, dabbling in with his
Jesse.
Oh, right. We talk about Jesse all the time, right? I feel like y'all should know who he is by now. Plus, he was the guest, so
yeah, our first ever podcast.
I know. So he's been using his DJI, and he used it at La Sultana the other day, and he had one of his taco videos go viral from Tacos Frontera.
Yeah.
And then he did another one at La Sultana. So
is that one viral too?
No, I don't think so. But you get I don't know how many views he's at, but it hasn't gone viral. So it's like share it, all that stuff like that. It's all about the engagement. But he is doing really well, and he's doing like color grading now. He's shooting it in D-Log.
Oh,
so he was like, I'm going to shoot it in D-Log, and then I'm going to see how it goes. His color looks great, so I'm going to ask him what he did. I think I've shot in D-Log once on my Osmo. Anyways, I don't want to make the whole podcast about like all this lingo that who knows what's talking about.
Videographer we're talking terminology.
About tacos and some of the best taco places in Houston, and I think that I'm sure you know places. I mean, my tops would be La Sultana.
Okay.
Is probably my
and that's
number
Gulf
one.
Gate area, right?
Like Ito, more down there. Yeah. Okay. So it's on Capitol. I could be wrong. Starts with the C. I think it's on Capitol, but it's over there. And it's off of like, it's like a truck, and it's attached to like a little bar that you could eat inside, but everyone just goes there for the tacos, and they just have like only a couple options. It was like, I think it's bistec and pastor.
And mixed.
And mixed. Well, mixed together, but like those are the two meat options. So it's not like you're choosing out of a bunch of them.
Crazy.
And they're so freaking good. Oh my gosh. I just think they're a top for me. I love when the like trompo is just like super marinated in red.
So
and,
because
like, the
you guys talk about it so much, I finally went with my girlfriends.
Norma will beat you with a stick about how much she talks about La Sultana. Like, go to La Sultana. Like she is like probably their number one
ambassador.
Fan. Yeah. And so her, like, they don't even know she's an ambassador. But like, she will get everyone to go. She'll be like, that's her top. And honestly, with reason, it's so good. And so you said, if we talk about it a lot and you went there, Norma will
be happy.
Yeah.
So I got the torta mixed with everything. Mm-hmm. It was delicious. I ate one half for lunch, one half that same night. Then they give you the cebollitas. They give you papa. Then I had their beans. I think that also had meat inside.
Yeah. You can do them like a whole preparada.
Girl, those beans, so good. So, okay, let's say a lot of people say that Houston does not have the best tacos because they're obviously comparing it to, the border or Mexico. On the border, El Último Taco, I think what it's called. Fuck, you haven't been to Brownsville?
No, I haven't even visited my dad in the valley yet.
Oh, damn.
He just moved there a couple of years ago.
Okay, well, in Brownsville, I want to say it's El Último Taco, world famous tacos. Like people go from everywhere.
I've never heard of it.
Specifically there. Their food is so good. Their drunk beans are preparados, with all kinds of crazy things. They put cheese, they put meat. All of their tacos have guac. And it's just so delicious. So every time I compare a taco stand, I do compare it to them. So aside from Sultana, which is really good, I've always lived off of close to Edgebrook. So you go to Taco Town. My top taco places used to be Taco Madre, the green truck.
Man, that was what we hit up after Rodeo.
After Rodeo.
Yeah, that was before, like, I know they had, like, I ended up getting a little brick and mortar kind of thing, like a little place, but it used to be just the green bus. Like, yeah. Oh,
yeah. I used to go to both. Back in the day, the brick and mortar was open. Right now, it's just the truck.
Okay.
And then across from that is El Jalapeño. I've been loyal to them for several years, but sometimes my onions are undercooked, and it's not okay.
Reina loves that place. Reina and Joel.
Yeah.
That's actually the only time I've ever had it is with Reina.
Yeah?
Yeah, because I had always grown up going to Taco Madre, and so that's just where we went. So I didn't even know that there was a place. Anyways.
Yeah, so they're good too. And then El Borrego has several locations.
There's one by my house.
Yeah.
It's so good. Like, it's literally down the street from me, and it is delicious.
So they have one on one far side of Edgebrook, and then they have another on the other far side of Edgebrook. And when I shoot events in that area, go straight to El Borrego.
Freaking, so maybe I'll get Borrego tonight. Oh wait, no, I'm going to dinner. Never mind. That's besides the point.
It's
so just so good.
Those are my top on Edgebrook. Aside from Edgebrook, I don't really go anywhere for tacos.
Honestly, same. I don't think I really eat tacos at any other spots, because if I'm going to eat at another Mexican restaurant or something, I usually don't get tacos.
Yeah, because you want to try other food.
Yeah. Other than that, the ones that sound like you're talking about over there by the border, sound like the ones that they serve at like Tacos Frontera with the aguacate and all this stuff like that.
I
like
haven't been there yet.
Okay, we should go because it's good.
You say it's
you're saying if they load it with like
with
aguacate,
everything.
like that's kind of what they do there too. So I'm assuming maybe that's a border thing because like Sultana is a different kind of taco. It's not one full of aguacate and stuff like that. Like, and then La Sultana has. Did you get to try the volcanes?
No.
Okay, so they're basically like a tostada, and they put the carne and like then they put cheese and aguacate on top, and then they put another tostada on top.
It's a tostada sandwich?
Yeah, although it's funny because Jesse ate it, and in his video you see him eating it like a sandwich, and me and Emily looked at each other and we're like, we have never eaten it like that. And we've gotten the volcanes multiple times, and he's like, well, how do y'all do it? We take the top tostada off, eat it like like you would a tostada, and then whatever carne falls, then that's how we eat the rest. Yeah, so we never even thought to eat it like a sandwich. Yeah. So either way, I don't think there's a wrong way to eat it. But
that is so funny. Yeah. And then we have a friend that's a taco connoisseur, Marco. So we need to check his list.
He's like in a book and stuff like that. Like he's like published in a book being like a taco connoisseur. He even has like a taco tattoo on him. So we need to go.
He had a taco column on the newspaper.
Yeah. So
we need to go over it really quick.
We're going to hit you up. He does listen to our podcast because not that long ago he was like, hey, thanks for the shout out because we shouted him out in one of the early, I think, episodes. But I mean, I'm sure he's always
the same guy that shoots celebrities.
Oh, yeah. Like the Bun B and all that stuff like that. But yeah, and then of course, everyone has their salsa preferences, and Sultana has a really good salsa verde, and it picas. Oh my gosh, does it pica? But it's so good. Like it's like put a few drops and then like, but it's so delicious. So everyone has their. I prefer the green kind of.
So speaking of salsas, I don't know if you've been to Doña Lena's.
No, but I've seen them on like TikTok and stuff.
Girl, the food is so good. So I know Doña Leti's has like 2 or 3 locations, and then Doña Lena's has 2 locations. Doña Lena's has a location in the Heights area, I believe. Oh my God. So te sirven tus salsas in a bucket. They're like, okay, well, this is from the least spicy to the most spicy. You can try all of them. Their salsas are so good. And then they have pambazos, which not a lot of people know about. If you go to Doña Lena's, get your pambazo. Delicious. But it's, y ahora tengo hambre.
Actually, I'm very hungry, so I can't wait to eat.
Good thing we're in post Houston.
Good thing we have options here at the post hall. I know, I want to try it, though. I want to try it, because I've heard of both. I've heard of both of them.
I want to go to Doña Leti's, but every time I go, there's always like an hour wait.
Dude, I know.
I refuse.
So, I mean, TikTok has made them really popular, but they do have like a cool Instagram-y vibe about it.
And they're going to open up a new location in Maryland.
I saw that.
Like, right next to me.
Yeah, so we'll go then. Okay, sounds good.
Their grand opening.
But speaking of salsa, Bregman. He has his own Breggy Bomb salsa.
Adios, friend.
Adios. It was nice knowing you. Go get that bag, boy. I can never hate someone for leaving for more money or whatever. I understand loyalty, but pay your bills. Like you're gonna say you're gonna stay for loyalty. I get it, and that's all for it. No, pay me the money, the big bucks, and if it's worth leaving for, then that's the chance I take.
Yeah.
So
it's. Every time we go to a game and we see like Correo or Springer, and they're just...
And they get cheered, because like Houston loves them, and Houston still loves Bregman too. You can't be mad at them for it.
Yeah.
But
so next time we see you play, we're still going to cheer you on.
Yeah.
We still have your
Reagan's
jerseys.
leaving too, obviously, right? So yeah, so I follow her. She's cute. She's really cute. She's a little influencer, lifestyle influencer.
His wife?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. She's pregnant, I think, with her second kid, I think I'm right on that.
Oh,
but yeah. So I've never had the salsa, to be honest.
Me neither. But I think Reina has, and she said it wasn't that great. I don't know.
I think it's just a very American tasting salsa. That's the most politically way to say it. Politically correct way to say it.
I'm going to miss the HEB commercials the most.
Dude, I know. And have you seen like the it's not a meme, but like a picture of like all the OGs, and then it's like Altuve is the only one left in color, and all of them have like Correa and like Bregman, like they're all grayed out. And I'm like, but at least Altuve is, he's a Astros for life. He's a for lifer.
Yeah.
So
que dicen he's in and staying on the only team he's ever known.
I love him, and I love his wife too. We ran into her in Mexico City like when they played over there,
Yeah.
and we'd have a selfie with her.
Oh,
like,
that's cute.
so she's super sweet too. So, yeah. Aw. But yeah, and then what's upcoming is this weekend. Or no, not
Next
this weekend. Next weekend. Not this weekend. Next weekend.
You know where to find me.
It is rodeo time. It is barbecue weekend. Momo said she was going to go out and be out in the streets and the rodeo grounds. And then I'm on the rodeo carnival ticket sales committee. So I will be out there hustling and selling carnival packs, half price carnival packs, admission tickets, season passes, food cards. I'm going to tell y'all now, and I'm going to tell y'all on my Instagram, follow me. That's the last weekend you can get them. Saturday is the last weekend you can order them online at midnight. And I wouldn't even wait till midnight because sometimes they shut it down a little sooner.
Now.
I do not buy up, which means I don't buy extras to sell after the fact. So if you ask me the next day, and I have had people last year saying, I know you said yesterday was the last day.
Too bad.
But do you have any today? And I'm like, no, I'm sorry. I don't. Like, I've been telling you every day for the last few months, and now I'm going to start getting daily because now we're on the home run stretch. But and so I don't think I'll be partying out there. I think I'm just going to be selling the tickets. I do have a wedding to go to Saturday, so I won't even be out there Saturday, but Thursday and Friday. Find anyone with a red shirt on that says half price carnival packs.
Specifically look for Steph. Share her link. Buy tickets now. Tell them about the grounds pass, the season grounds pass.
So if you don't have a gold badge, which gets you in a +1 in, there is such thing as a season pass and they're $57, and that is good for the entire 3 weeks of rodeo. And so if you plan on being there, honestly, more than twice, then I recommend getting it because if not, you're
for your buck.
Yeah, you're paying for an admission ticket that is $26.
Yeah.
So if you go twice, that's, I don't know what 26 times
it's paid for.
But it's paid for. So you're saving money. So I know I have a friend who goes a lot. She already sent me the money. She's like, here's the $57, and I'm going to meet her up to give her season pass.
You use the season pass to go to the cook-off. You use the season pass to go onto the grounds.
Yeah.
You might as well just buy it.
Now, if you have tickets to the concert, you do not need an entrance. Your ticket to the concert is your entrance to the rodeo grounds. But if you just want to go to do the carnival, or if you want to go shopping, basically you don't have a concert ticket, you need an admission ticket or a season pass. So I do have those you can't get online. So reach out to me directly and I'll meet you up somewhere to get you that. Yep. But yeah.
So I'm not sure if I'm going to be on the grounds on Thursday, but I am going to be on the grounds on Friday. I kind of just want to hang out with you a little bit. And my friend Daniel volunteered to be my cameraman because I want to do Yeah, he volunteered. You volunteered.
He's gonna hear this.
You volunteered him
that's right.
to be my cameraman. Yeah. I want to go around Cookoff and kind of just not interview, but show people cute outfits. And maybe I do want to interview some tents to get info for next year, kind of gather research.
Yeah, see, it'd be like, hey, do you sell them online? Do you sell them on Facebook?
Yeah.
How can somebody find
Is this a private tent?
That's
Is
a
this
great
open
idea.
to the public? Because a lot of people are wondering, hey, how do I go into tent? I don't know. I just go to the ones I've always gone to. So it's going to be research for next year. I'll probably still post it, but just going tent by tent, if they look cool and say, hey, how can someone get a hold of you for next year?
Yeah.
So that's the goal for Friday. And then Saturday, I will be with my friend group at Killing Time Cooker. It's my first time going into that tent, but my friends went last year and they said, good DJ, good vibes. Let's do it.
That's cool. I haven't bought wristbands in a while. Last year, obviously, I worked the whole thing, which was no big deal. But sometimes I've just been running the rodeo streets now, and if I get a chance to break away for a little bit on my break or something, I'll go try to see if I can hang out or whatever. Yeah. But yeah, maybe I can go Friday early, and I don't know what you have going on Friday early, but maybe we can go and literally try to do the interviews because I'm not selling during that time.
Okay.
So yeah,
we can do that.
And then I'll just be ready to sell. I'll just be there all day basically is what it is. But yeah,
if you are a cute single woman or a group of cute single females, I just want to let you know that if you go Saturday and you don't have a wristband, it is very likely.
I did not know where you were going with this.
It is very likely that you'll be invited to go into tents to take shots. So just an FYI, if you've never done that before, walk.
Honestly, too, and they're out
they're either passing out Jello shots or they're inviting you in to have a drink.
That's why I stopped.
Yeah, sometimes you really don't.
I stopped buying.
Spend $150.
Damn, because I'm sorry. I'm sorry, not sorry. And I get times are changing, and I get that like prices go up on everything. But dang, wristbands are expensive. They're expensive now. Like I think I remember when I used to pay $50, and I know that same tent is probably like at least $100 now.
Yeah.
And I'm not even like talking mess. I'm not no hate. It's just dang,
it's getting pricey. And then some people have like multiple wrist, like they go to multiple tents on one night.
Yeah,
you're spending $500.
Yeah. Or you want to go all weekend for that same tent, and it's like you have to buy a wristband for each tent because they change up their wristbands or tickets. Like and even like you can't even like sneak and get like a same, like they're custom wristbands. Some have like holographic stuff on them. Some have like
stamps,
black lights, something.
Tickets.
Yeah. They don't play.
It's all different. Like it's serious business. Like there's a lot of people that try to resell the wristbands for more money, and that'll get you banned. Just an FYI. So be careful. Be careful, and don't buy scammer tickets.
Yeah, I was just about to say too. As far as the half price go, as far as like what's it called, overselling, or what's it called? You just said it. Where they sell it for more. Basically, where they're trying to sell it for more than what they got it for.
Yeah, I forgot the name of it.
Oh, okay. I couldn't think of it at the moment. Anyways, I'm having a brain fart. But same thing. Just an FYI, if you ever see anyone selling half price carnival packs for more than $50 or the $20 ones, and they're upselling them, that is illegal. Like rodeo rules, that is illegal. You can report it to me, report it to somebody on the committee, report it to Rodeo, because that is a no. We don't.
This money is going to what, scholarships, right?
It is, yeah. So we don't want people making money off of it. Not us, not the general public. Like if you bought one from me and then tried to upsell it, like that's a no. You know what I mean? Now you can buy them and do them for giveaways, like if you're giving away to people. But
what happened to our giveaway?
I know, we're working on that. So So anyways. She just randomly said that, and we're not even talking about that yet. But anyways, yes. So if you ever see any of the half price carnival packs that are being sold for more than what you're supposed to buy them for, don't buy them. Report them. That is illegal and has gotten. I've seen it, and people have gotten in trouble.
Damn.
So, anyways, but yeah. So I think we are. Any closing remarks? Anything you left to say? No, I think we got a lot. I can't wait for my Botox. That's all I'm going to say. And I can't wait for Rodeo. I'm very excited for that.
Oh, speaking of Rodeo, I did my video for the cider haul.
Yeah.
So
You're going to be posting that?
Yeah, I've been talking about how I wanted to use my DJI and how I ordered my rodeo outfits. So I finally filmed that last night. I'm going to post it.
Yay!
And if you want
I haven't seen it yet, so I'm excited.
It's so cute. I got a few cute outfits lined up. And then there's going to be a link where you can download the app, and that helps you get a discount. That helps me get a discount. And we get more clothes.
I'm excited. You can post it today, right? Yeah, it's ready.
Yeah, ready.
Just need a cute cover photo and then call it. Oh, and then, I need to do my hat wall. Maybe I'll do that today. I had
remember when you guys voted and you guys wanted to see all the hats that Stephanie owned?
My bad. I will do it. But yeah, okay. Well, I think that is it for this episode of Vida and Vibes. Luckily, this will be on YouTube. We got it right this time. And then, of course, it'll be on Spotify, Amazon Music, and Apple Podcasts. Oh my gosh, that's so confusing. But yes, thank you for joining us again. I'm Stephanie.
And I'm Monica.
And until next time.
See you next week.
Bye.
Bye.